Hello, let's do the New York Times Hard Sudoku for November 26th, 2025. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. All right, we got 7 and 8 here. Vertically, there's two 7s. So there's a 7 in one of these two. Trying to see if 7 or 8 does anything over here. I'm noticing we have a lot of these patterns that we should look for. So we have this, this, and this. They're all the same pattern where I want to look for what I call crossings, where it's two givens that share a row or a column, leaving one empty space. So what we want to do is we want to look at the column or the row that represents that empty space, in this case the column. And we want to see what givens are in that column that aren't yet placed in the box. So we have the 5 and the 6 here. Then we want to look at the two rows that the givens aren't in, that the 7, 8 isn't in this case, and try to find buddies. So we have a 5 buddy and a 6 buddy. So you can do this at a glance, right? It's not as slow as I'm making it seem. And it gets you some really good information here. So starting with the lower digit, the 5, just because I always like to do that anyway, so I don't forget, so I can, if I do it in a random order, I might miss one. Anyway, starting with the lowest digit, 5. The 5 looks up into here, and this 5 looks in here. And by the time you find these matching buddies that aren't yet placed in the box that cross this, you're guaranteed to have either a hidden single or pointing. In this case, we have a hidden single because we have this other 5 looking in as well. So we can place the 5 in this box. Let's follow up on that, putting a 5 in one of these two. The 6 is going to do something similar. It puts a 6 in one of these two. So this one's pointing. So we get to demonstrate both options. So by pointing, I mean that 6 is in one of these two, so it can't be in the rest of the row. So the box is taking the 6 from the row, if you want to think about it that way. So the 6 is point in, this 6 looks in, this 6 looks up, putting a 6 in one of these two. So basically what we learned is that this is not a 6. All right. Sorry, I'm looking at something else. But we've also got it here. So we would want to find a buddy for the 3. Unfortunately, we don't have the 3 up here. And then we have it here. We'd want to find a buddy for the 5. This actually doubles up the pointing 5s that we already found. So that's it for that. Let's look at the 1 and the 5. Okay, so this one looks down, this one looks in. That crosses this 3, 6. Putting a 1 in one of these two. That's going to point in here. This one looks in, placing the 1 in this box. Now we have these two ones looking up. This one looks in, putting a 1 in one of these two. Now what we've created here is another pattern that's very nice. That we can look for, just kind of triggering some specific scanning. So what we've done is we filled up a box row. And I guess I should point out that anytime I say row or column, you can always swap that with column and row. Because if you think about it, you can always just rotate the puzzle 90 degrees and it's the same puzzle. But anyway, so if I talk about rows, there's an equivalent when I talk about columns. Anyway, so we filled up a box row. So what we want to do is we want to look at all of the givens that are in the other two rows in the band and look for any givens that aren't yet placed in the box. So 1 is placed and 7 is placed, but 2 is not. So this 2 looking in is going to put a 2 in one of these 3. All right. I seem to have penciled a 1 here when I shouldn't have, so we can just place the 1 in this box. Anyway, so the point I have here is that these 2s are going to point. So the 2's point in here, the 2 looks in here, this 2 looks down, placing the 2 right here. We've reduced this row to 2 cells, 2 empty cells. We need a 5 and a 9. It doesn't look like it's resolved, but we can just pencil that. All right, now we just filled this box row as well. So we have the 1, the 6, the 1, and the 5. Everything's already taken care of in that respect in this box. All right. So that was the 1. 5, 7, 8. I'm just double checking that we didn't miss anything. We have this 1 and 5, and we have this 1 and 6. Okay, we do have 2 1s looking into here. This one also looks in, placing the 1 in this box. I'm wondering if we can finish the 1s. We can't quite finish the 1s. It looks like we have 7 1s placed, and then the final ones are in this rectangle pattern. So the final 2 are either going to be here or here. All right. Anything else to do in this band before I move on? I think I'd like to move on. All right, we have the 1, 5, 6, and 9 here. So we could have crossings on the 1, 5. We could also have crossings on the 1, 9. So starting with the 1, 5, we're looking at 1, 5, and 7. That's already all taken care of in the box. With the 1, 9, we've got 1, 2, and 8. So the 2 and 8 are potential crossings. The 8 is a real one. So these 8s look in. Putting an 8 in one of these two. That points down with this 8. Putting an 8 in one of these two. Also worth taking a look at this 1, 5, 9 and how it interacts with this column, especially since there's 3 givens here and there's 3 givens here. Unfortunately, the 1 and 5 match. So there's really just the 7 blocking things, and we'll just need a 9 in this column. So we're not going to be able to do anything with that. 1 and 6. All right. I was looking at 1 and 6 against this row, but it's no good. All right, anything else in this box? So this cell here I know is limited because we have 4 givens and two corner marks that it isn't. That's 6 digits that it's not. But I'm also noticing the entire column is down to 4, so we might as well do the whole column at once. We need a 2, 3, 6, 8. So this can't be 6 or 8 or 2. So this is a naked 3, actually. Let's follow up on that. Places the 3 and finishes our 1s. All right, we just filled this box row, but let me do the rest of this column before I forget. We need 2, 6, and 8. This is 6, 8. This is 2, 6, 8, and this is 2, 6. All right. Now we filled this box row, so we want to look at these givens here. 1 and 3 are already placed. We have the 5 and the 6 and the 2, all useful. So 5 is in one of these two. That's okay. We already had a 5 in these two boxes. The 6 looks in, so 6 is one of these two. That points in. The 6 looks down, placing this 6. It was 5, 6, it was the 2 as well. This 2 looks up, so 2 is in one of these two. So this is another thing to notice, which is a very handy use for our corner marks, which is that these are overlapping corner marks. By overlapping, I mean they completely overlap. I've highlighted every cell the 2 or the 6 could be in, and that is 2 cells. So 2 digits in 2 cells tells us that this is a hidden pair. So what do I mean by that? Well, we got to put a 2 somewhere in the box, and we got to put a 6 somewhere in the box. And that means one of these is a 2 and the other's a 6. And that eliminates any other digit from these 2 cells. And the other digits are the digits that go in these 3 cells. So we need a 5, 7, 9. So this can't be 5, so it's down to 7, 9. And this can't be 7. So this is what we end up with. So these can't be 5, 7, or 9 anymore, which, okay, they already couldn't have been 5, but 7 and 9 have been eliminated. This couldn't have been 7 anyway, but it does mean 7's in one of these two for what it's worth. All right, this row has been reduced to 3 digits. We need a 2, 7, 8. This can't be the 2, so it's down to 7, 8. And that means the 2 is over here somewhere. So this is 2, 7, 2, 8. And that means these can't be 2. Right, we have the 2, 6 pair that told us that as well. In general, these are down to 2, 4, 7, 8. So the 4 is in one of these two. 2, 4, 7, 8. So we have everything corner marked. The 2, the 4, the 7, and the 8. So we can just center mark where the corner marks are. This row has been reduced to 4, 5, 7, 9. It's not a 5, so it's 4, 7, 9. This whole box is 4, 7, 8, 9. Not seeing anything with that. I think that kind of takes care of this band. I want to make sure I got all the verticals though. So 1, 5, 6, 3, 9. I don't want to go too fast, but I don't think there's much to find. 1, 3. Okay, we do have these 3s looking up. So 3's in one of these two. 1, 3. Oh, I missed the 2. No, I'm doing this. 1, 3, 4, and 8. Okay. This is a filled box column, so the 4 looking down puts a 4 in one of these two. That's going to point up with this 4, putting a 4 in one of these two. Okay, what about the 1, 2, 3, 5, 6? We do have the 2 2s looking up, puts a 2 in one of these two. All right, I'm going to do this final band here, 1, 4, 5, 7. So we do have 2 7s looking in, putting a 7 down here. I don't think there's any other buddies. see, is there anything else to do here? This box is down to 4 digits. We need a 4, 5, 8, 9. So this is 5. Oh, it's not a 4 or a 5, so it's down to 8, 9. So this is 4, 8, 9. This is any of them. Not amazing. This isn't 2 or 8, so it's not 1, 2. Could be 3, can't be 4, 5. Could be 6, 7, or can't be 7, sorry. It could be 9. So 3, 6, 9. All right, is there anything I might have missed that I'd like to look at right away? I don't see it. So I'm just going to go row by row and see what, just do kind of a systematic search. So not really seeing much to do in these rows. Here we have the 5 limited here. Yeah. 4, 7. This is going to collapse any day now. I don't think I need the corner marks. I think they're just confusing at this point. 7, 8, 2, 7, 8. Okay, yeah, we know the 2's there. I just removed the corner mark. And these were all of 4, 7, 8, 9. So, all right. The 2, 6 didn't seem to do much. Nothing with rows. Let's look at columns. We know the 8's in these two. Yeah, this isn't an 8. Maybe we should just look at this column. So we need a 2, 3, 4. What is it? 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. So we know this one's not an 8. So 2, 3. Yeah, this isn't 4 and it's not 8 because the 8s are claiming or planning. So 2, 3, not 4, not 8, 9. So down to 2, 3, 9. These are just 2, 3, 4, 9. All right. Not amazing. 5, 9. 8. No. All right. Sorry, I was looking at the columns. So I was re-looking at the rows after marking this, but what can I do in these columns? Okay, I do have a 5, 9 pair. This is why I systematically scan, right? If I miss the 5, 9 pair when I mark it, then I can catch it the second time around. So here's a 5, 9 pair. So that removes 5 and 9 from this, the column, meaning this cannot be 9. So it can only be 8. And that gives us the 8 in this box as well and makes this a 6. All right, what else does it do? This is down to 2, 3, 9. This column is finished with a 2, and that places the 6 as well. This box is down to 3, 4, 9. This can't be 2, so that places the 2 and the 5 in the box. Gives us the 9 and the 5. So the 5, 9 is just now resolved after that cascade. This is now the 7 and the 5, leaving just the 2, 6 behind. We have 4, 7. We have 2, 7, 8. This should be a triple now. These 3 cells should be a triple. So we need a, what is it? 1, 2, 3. We need a 4, 8, 9 is what we need. So the 9 in this box, or the row, can only go here. These 9s look up, placing this 9. All right. This row has been reduced to 4. I don't know if it's the best thing to look at, but we're going to look at it. We need a 3, 4, 7, 8. This is 4, 7, 8. 3, 4, 7, 8, all of them? That's the whole box then. This can't be 7 or 8, so it's only 3, 4. 3, 4, 7, 8. All right. This can't be 3 or 4. Look at the corner marks. If it couldn't be 9, we'd have a 3, 4, 9. No, we wouldn't. What am I talking about? Never mind. Let's look for something actually useful. How about this column? We have 1, 2. We need a 3, 4, 7, 8. Is the 3 limited? No. 3, 4, 7, 8. We already knew this was all of them. This can't be 7 or 8. So this is only 3, 4. This is 4, 9 for this box. I should do that. So this can't be a 4 then. So what are these digits? The 2, 6, 7, 8. So this can't be 2 or 8. So this is just 6. Oh, this is a naked 6. It can't be 2, 7, or 8. Because of the 4, 9, it can't be 4, 9 either. So this is just a naked 6, giving us the 2 and the 6 here. So this is down to 7, 8 then for the column. That's a 7, 8 pair. So there's 4 digits left in this box. We need a 2, 3, 4, 9. Well, the 2 doesn't go down here. So the 2 is up. Actually, the 2 looks up and in. So this is our 2. That makes that a 3. Makes that a, oopsie. Makes that a 4. Makes that a 4. We get a 4 for here. And the 8, 2, 7, 4 finally collapses. We get the 2 in this box. Over here, this collapsed, the 4, 8, 7. That's our 3, 9, 3. We get our 4, 9. We get our 3, 9 up here. That's our 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 9. 7 or 8, not a 7. That's 8, 7, and 8. Down here, we do need a 3, which goes there. And then this is the other thing, the 7. And we need a 4 in this box, which goes here. We need a 5, and we need a 6. All right. So it did seem to come down to that pair I found. I don't remember what it was. There was a pair, I think, in this column that seemed to just kind of resolve everything. I don't remember what it was. Was it this 5, 9? I think it might have been the 5, 9. All right, cool. Well, let me know how you did. And if you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.